Now we will see in next slide that 2024 and 2025, how much Canada issued the visit visa, the latest trend in 2025. You will see in January 147, and now in 2025 just 86. Almost you can say half. Next year 96, and now in March, that is the latest official Canadian statistic available on the Canadian statistic websites. You will see there is a big number of 60,000 almost gap. So the declining of 60,000 visitors. That is the all over the Canada applicants trend. So now we will see the what is the next slide, that what is the trend in other countries, because now the trend is declining. India have a 62% declining trend in visit visa. Next, we will see that Ghana, that is 76% decline. Now, these videos are available on my YouTube, Instagram channel. If you will go, you will find detailed videos over it. Peloponnese, 73%, because Peloponnese, we call the Winnipeg as capital of Peloponnese. So that is decline, huge decline, 73%. In next slide, we see Nigeria. You are lucky guys. You have just 13% decline. So it means it means all over the Canada trend is 40% declining trend, and your trend is just 13%. So it means that Nigerian have a positive. I will say this current situation is a very positive trend. What is the reason? The reason which I understand, that is that there is a previous 3 years, a lot of Indians, hundreds and thousands of Indians. For example, just if you will see last year, almost 500,000 students came. Out of these 500,000 students, half was from India, 250,000 from India. So nowadays they are the Indians. Unfortunately, some of the unprofessional people, they misuse the system and even they hijack the system. So they are nowadays zero. You know very well, Canada is 0% tolerance policy in India. They knew it, and they now it is very strict for 250,000. Now what they are doing, they are encouraging other countries. And luckily, Nigeria is one of them. Nowadays, Nigerian visit visa trend is excellent. Now we will see the next slide. Visit visa for the Nigerian applicants, we will see in January to December, you can see 4,000, and then 4,485 in December 2025. In next slide, we will see, next slide. We will see that how much is trend in 2024 and 2025. If you will see in January, even the 2025, they have more immigrant came in from Nigeria. February, little bit different, just 100, almost 100, and in March, there is a 600 declining trend. But it is a very minor trend. So Nigerian, for the Nigerian immigrants and the people, if you want to invite from back home, it's even, I will say, so much minor in negative trend that we will say it is a positive in current situation. But yes. So what is the benefit when you utilize to the lawyer? In my law firm, I have a lot of hundred cases from Nigeria. 2% can represent you officially. One is Canadian lawyer. Second one is Canadian consultant. Lot of people are using the Canadian consultant back home, which are not actually professional. They are not allowed to represent you as a paid consultant. So their consequences are very horrible for that. The beauty of if you will apply the case through the Canadian lawyer, that if your case is rejected in a visit visa, you can go for a judicial. If your case is strong, so you have a very good number of chances that you will be successful. For example, I will give you the example. The one example is that, for example, there are different reasons for rejection. The main reason of the rejection is that financial value. In the case law, in the Canadian case law, it has already decided that if you have a 6 month continuous, consistent bank statement, that is sufficient to prove that you are financially. When you will go to the unprofessional people, they just want to take money from you and they want to apply for it. But when you will come to me, I will say that if you have a 6 month bank statement, your chances are 50%. If you will reject, then we will go to the judicial review. Because you are submitting six months of sufficient tax. The same things we will mention in all other reasons, back home, we will prove through the case law. Because a lawyer who has studied, we are studying the case law, we know the what is updating nowadays about this case law, so you can mention in that when you submit your case. So that will increase a lot of chances. If you are first rejected, for example, through the unprofessional people, you will apply your second application, third, fourth, fifth. It's not a draw that you are keep doing your application and they will pick up you. No. They will check UCI number once in a life. So the more you will apply, the worse you have chances. The minimum you will decrease your chances. So don't prove your application again. Apply one application with a proper justification. So if you have a strong justification, I don't think so that they will reject your apply. But you have to. Or you will apply. Yes, next. We will see the international student trend. This is the international student trend all we can see in 2015 to 2024. Nowadays, Government of Canada main policy is that they increase the number of students. If you want to invite your friends, family, the best option is student. You can see that is from last 10 years, the number are increased very from 350 to 638, then 605, almost 600,000 students are coming. You can say, and now this they will decrease currently because they are almost sending back 3 billion unprofessional people who came in Canada through by hook and crook. They are going back. They are 0% tolerance. Obviously, government will definitely send back. Next slide, you will see how many Nigerians 15. Nigeria, this is 2024, but 2020, 15 to 24. You will see just 6,000 in 2015, and now 26,000. 37, because that is the number decrease internationally, they decrease the quota, but that is very good news for you. That number in students number are increasing well. If somebody wants to come with a student visa and if he has a proper application, then you have very good chance because they are issuing the visa. Number are increasing. Yes, please. Now we will see that what is the we will see the trend. Nigerian and the Canadian immigration, you will see almost the trend is similar. The number decrease Canadian immigration, but if you will see that the countries, their number decline. But in the Nigerian, particular in student, and we will see in visit visa, so it means, you know, what the government policy. The government have every nationality people, they have some slot. For example, for whenever the we will think about the Chinese, we will think they are little bit businessmen. We will think about Philippines, they are nurses. And we will think about the Indians, they are truck drivers. So if you never saw a Philippine truck driver, you never saw a Chinese taxi driver. So they have every community and they have the slot for those people. For example, Indians are very good in construction. You will have very few numbers of Nigerian you will see in nursery. Mostly are you can say in taxi professions, doctors are here. So different countries have they will fit as per their nature and how much they are hardworking. So the good news is that the Indians are decreasing and the Nigerian are increasing. Yeah. Doctors are and we will see the skilled worker overseas. You can see 41 to 2015, the number, and that is we were talking about medical verification. Now we will see if you want to invite your friends and family as a landed people. Before that, we are talking about if you want to invite someone on a visit visa or student. Now we are talking about how they can come here as a landed visa. In this current scenario where the 3 million people are going back, if somebody will say that somebody can come here in India, it is unbelievable. But this category exists in Canada. You can see that policy, but overseas number are decreased, quota decreased. That's why now we will see that how they will come. Somebody will say that. If I will say there is no magic, it's reality. You can see there are page number, language number. Human being is immigration is a math. If you will see these 500 numbers, we can see that is like exactly here. You can see that is a strategic initiative. That is called skill worker oversight. If some of your friends are family members, if he will get this 500 number, so I will aim to that. Almost his chances to come here in Canada is a 99%. 1% is in the hand of God. Just he need to prove the documents and everything he has. Next, please. And if you want to know what, yes, yes, so what is, if that is, who is, what is skill worker in skill worker overseas or strategic improvement initiative, that is one of the category is. That is, what is skill person as in skill worker overseas or strategic improvement initiative, that is one of the category is. Labor. So there are 3 categories in business you need to find if you want to invite somebody on land. Yeah. First, the business is 3 years old, 250,000 gross sale, and employees are payroll. If you have a business, if any of your friends have a business, and they you want to invite your friends or family someone. So if you have these 3 things, you can invite the people. For example, this guy he want to invite, but he don't have a business. So what he can do, he will buy the business today, but with the corporation, with the history. So if you will buy the business, you can invite the people from back home on this category. You will already saw that number chances are very good. 500. This is the latest example on July 25. One of our clients, he just arrived here on landed field. Just arrived 1 week before. In this situation, where 3 million people are going back. That is the beauty of this program. Yes, that's great. There is another visa category C1 working. There may be a lot of students are here. They and you are you know that the students they are looking for LMIA 40-50,000. You are paying lot of money to the illegal because selling LMIA is crime. So if you want that if somebody wants a work permit, there is one other way called C11 work permit. It is a simple. If you will invest in a some business and there is no threshold for the business, if you have a 51% partner of that business, you can apply C11 work permit. Yes. Now the last thing is that I will discuss little about the. I saw a couple of who are sitting here. We already last week we arranged a paid summer internship for Muslim youth because being a Muslim, I think it is my duty. I think that whenever Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they will ask always say one thing. He is not worried about the ummah. Always he will talk for me. In every condition, he will always talk for. So it is, I think that in the Sunnah that we have to think about our generation. I want that our nation they become a lawyer, doctors, engineers. For this reason, we have started internship. First batch is finished, and the good news is that almost I think 60% internship student was from Nigeria. A lot of students alhamdulillah they participate in that. The beauty of this program, we have a lot of doctors, professional doctors, and the other who is get admission in that. They are coming here, they are discuss one-to-one with the students. If you want to be a lawyer, this second session is going to start on this second of this 14th of July. And this is for age limit is 15 to 20 years. The student can participate. First batch is around about 40. Second batch is very almost more than 50. We already have. Yes. On this, yes, what is the purpose of this? You know. And this for 40 years. Sorry for that, but you guys little bit fast. I'm little bit slow. He, one we will always talk about this, that what is the purpose of this internship? So first thing comes in our mind that who will participate in that. First, the person, for example, the guy, he saw the moon not with his eyes, but with his mind eyes. So it means that whenever you first you will think about it. If you want to be a doctor or you a lawyer, first you think about that, then you can do it in practice. So most important thing is vision. So what we are doing through this presentation, we are giving the vision to our new generation that you can become a doctor. If, for example, if my son will become a doctor, lawyer, or my son will become a lawyer, that is not a big achievement. Big achievement is that one is a brother, we are brother and sisters. A middle class family, his father is not educated, if their kids become a doctor. So my main purpose is that from our community, Muslim community, they will go in more in profession. For that, you can see next slide. We have couple of our mentor here. Maybe you know about Isha Khan. He is a human rights mission CEO. We have a lawyer. We have a doctor. We have engineer who was in this presentation. For that, Doctor one is some girl. She is in the middle. She got 100% in a month. So that she came here and she gave the presentation to the young generation that if you want to be a professional, you need to be 100%. If you, for example, if I will want to ask you one question, who want to be rich? Everybody raise the hand. But the problem is the main thing is that if you want to be rich, if you want to be a professional, you need to be 100% of in your subjects. In Alhamdulillah, mostly students who came, they are above 90. But I got promise for them that we will try for 100%, inshallah. The next slide. The last is the paid internship. There was prize distribution for that. I did not invite any politicians or someone that in my methodology that who is the best, who is as Prophet said, who is more pious, who's more near to Allah. So that guy which we invited for prize distribution, he made a mosque in Bangladesh. I think that is a big achievement for me. So we invite him as a chief guest. When I will start and open my office, the opening ceremony I did through one student. He is a Muslim student, and when he moved here, he was okay, but during his study, he lost his eye vision. So he was my opening ceremony and the chief guest of my law. He is Muslim. He was a role model for us. He did his graduation. That was a good achievement. So I invited for him. I don't invite any politician, but these days in my all programs, I always say to the international student, if you will see that I'm misusing you, don't need to come in my program. My program is Ummah. I told you that the main purpose is that it is a duty for all our professional people that we will serve for the community. Next. Last thing, if you want to know about more things about statistics, every month, every second month, what we are doing a latest trends. If you want to invite your friends, family, you must know these trends. How you can know the trends? We have a social media team in my office. He's making videos for you. That is my Instagram page, mp.Canadian Immigration. So if your friends who want to come here back home in Nigeria and they want to know the latest trend, they can follow this page. You will find all the latest travel. My most of the videos, if you will go, it is very straightforward. 90% you will see, and they are saying that there is no chance of immigration. Unfortunately, I will speak the truth. Whatever is the reality, I will speak for. Most of the my viewers say that, Dr. Saab, in your most of the videos you are saying that there is no chances. That is also a knowledge. For example, I will. You saw in my one video that Indian visit visa declining ratio is almost 70%. So it means if somebody wants to apply for visit visa from Nigeria, that is not a best time. Next, please. Same time we have a next. Same time we have YouTube channels. My information is that link. You will find these videos over here. And the last thing that is the next slide. That if you want to be known all these trends, the best thing is that I will recommend you that you can subscribe this channel. That's the WhatsApp channel. The beauty of this WhatsApp channel is that nobody can see your number. Privacy matter. If the female, the somebody, they want to be their number private, even the admin cannot see their number. That the WhatsApp has started this new thing, WhatsApp channel. You can see the link below, and the same time, if you want, you can scan that one. And that's the end of the presentation. If you have question or something, you can ask later on. They will let us know when I was done. They will allow us.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mohammed Abra, for sharing your experiences and knowledge with us regarding immigration. And thank you for sharing those data, because today we say data is knowledge and information is power. And always follow the trend, like you said. You want to invite people, you want to do immigration, follow the trend. If you are not following the trend, you are out of the know. So, and one thing, there are two takeaways from this presentation. One is we should be following the trend. And the second one is about the summer internship, especially for the youth. Like he said earlier on, if you cannot imagine it, you cannot achieve it. You have to picture it in your mind first. And we do not, I know I'm speaking for myself as a parent. I do not travel thousands of kilometers down here over the sea and come here and say, oh, I want my child to be maybe just be a shop attendant at home and just be this. No, I want them to have a professional life. And this place is a land of opportunity for people that follow the trend and know. And we have to kind of mentor the kids too, because there are a lot of distractions. And I believe that's one of the reasons he set up the summer internship. He was inviting mentors like, okay, I'm a doctor. I want to talk to you how you can do this, how to cut down distraction and everything, and how to select the courses that you want to be. You want to be an engineer, you have to do this in your high school, you have to do this and get this course, and so that you'll be able to prepare your mind for what lies ahead. And it will not, the opportunity will not leave you behind. So I appreciate that. And don't let me delve much into that. Let's move on with the program. So we've concluded the first phase of the program. Now the second phase is where we invite the panelists to come to the front and we give them the chance to introduce themselves properly. So for us that we call by name, just Sister Umera, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the front. Thank you. Yeah, sit down. Then I will call on Dr. Mohammed Abra. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Thank you. That's fun. Then I want Dr. Abibisi. Thank you. So I will start with you. I will hand over the mic to you. I want you to introduce yourself properly, please. And once you're done, just put down.
My name is Dr. Mohammed Attar. I am an English law corporation here in Hyderabad, in Pakistan. There's the introduction of the English law corporation. The review of Alhamdulillah is law course in that. I first of all I will give I give my PhD from UK. I'm the only lawyer in the whole Canada who did PhD and running English law. So that is the reason I'm doing these statistics. That is my study. Secondly, that if you go and look at my website, my Google review is more than 900. 900, it will take almost 6 years to be clear. And we are the only immigration in the whole world who is working on Canadian immigration, and we achieved that goal, 900. When I was achieved 800, I was very happy for that. But after 2 hours, I realized that in whole Canada, there is no one, sorry to say, in this era which we are going, everybody is working for money. Nobody is working for life. Nobody is working for honesty. Before that, honesty was prerequisite of our life. But unfortunately, but with the blessing of Allah Almighty, my 30% work is pro bono. If somebody don't afford anything, he can come for me. I'm happy to do work with him. If somebody don't afford, we will offer Hassan to him. And the other, that is my business. But my main target as a Muslim here, that I want to see in inshallah, with the blessing of Allah Almighty, every year I want that more people are sitting in the planet in Najibah.
My name is Mubarak Hadisi. Principal partner and managing partner of MBA Hadisi Law Office. My area of practice is immigration, family law, wills and estates, and real estate. Before coming to Canada, I've been practicing for over 5 years as a lawyer, corporate, and criminal. But here, we have to start all over again to get the license, and afterwards, alhamdulillah, I was able to start my practice last year, and we are growing gradually as we speak. And we have a website, you can visit our website, mbabclawoffice.com. And apart from immigration, another area of practice is family law. Sometimes I notice that some people think family law is all about divorce and separation. No, it's beyond that. I think I don't want to go into detail. And also, the other area that I also practice is wills and estates. Sometimes some people are having challenges immediately after the demise of their spouse. And as a result of that, because of they don't have will, we realize that some of our Muslim brothers and sisters, they are facing such challenges. I believe this is also a platform to educate ourselves on the area of will, particularly as a Muslim. Rasulullah enjoyed us to have a will, so that at the time we are no longer alive, our documents should be able to speak on our behalf. And in addition to that, it will also save us the cost of government interfering into our personal affairs. And also, if you real estate, if you want to buy your first house, we could also help in that. I think I need to stop here so that I will not get much of my time. Thank you. Salaam alaikum.
Let's stand here and talk, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. It's so nice to see the little kids I'll tell you this again, when I come here and I see the little kids, I'm so inspired that they are coming with the family. So these are family events and mashallah, the family attends together. So I've been to one of your other events, so maybe you know me already. My name is Humaira Jalisi. I am the founder and executive director of Healthy Muslim Families. I have completed my law education here in University of Manitoba, and currently I'm doing my articles. So inshallah by January, February, I should be done. So I'm listening to these two brothers. I'm so inspired that we have more people now here in Winnipeg who are lawyers who are able to guide the community. Because until now, there was such a lack of lawyers who were doing this work. And mashallah, we have people like Dr. Abrar and Brother Mubarak here who are assets to the community. So alhamdulillah, that's a very good thing. And mashallah, I know there are sisters and brothers here who are professionals, who are professionals in their own field. So I'll repeat what Dr. Abrar was saying, and that's also because it comes from my heart that we are not here just to earn for ourselves, take care of our own dunya. We are also here to make our Muslim community, our ummah stronger, and that starts with children. So what I do at Healthy Muslim Families is whenever we see a need, we try to have a program that will fulfill that need. So we run, we in 2022, we started a refugee project where people who want to apply for refugee status, we help them. So all our services are at no cost to the clients. Other programs that we have is anyone who, especially women who are going through problems in their marriage or whatever, they can come to us and we have a women support program. We have free legal clinics and alhamdulillah, all of that is, like I said, most of our services are free. But right now I'm concentrating on my articles and inshallah, when I'm done, I'm going to be also practicing family law and inshallah immigration law and charity law. So that's something that's very close to my heart because I have been running a charity and I would like to help other, especially Muslim charities thrive, inshallah. So that would be it for me.
Takbir, Allahu Akbar. Now we go to the question session for the panelists. So I will direct the question to anyone on the panel, and I will advise, please, don't sue me. I will advise that we should make the answer short as possible, but give information that we can take on with regarding the questions. Please. So, my first question will go to Dr. Abra, Mohammed Abra. It goes thus. What are the main reasons IRCC denied postgraduate work permit applicants, particularly regarding part-time enrollment and exceeding working hours and or late program starts? What are the main reasons?
Main reason for that is, unfortunately, some of the unprofessional consultants, what this did already in presentation, I told you, they hijack the system. The private colleges, they will issue the, some of the, and the hundred student came, unprofessional people came. Is first of all, they will, the system of Canadian immigration is almost near to class. So what they saw, they did it immediately stop. It immediately. All the people who are came here on the first 1 year diploma certificate program, they are they have planned that they want to send because they came to the unprofessional consultants, they ghost consultant, they want to get here. It was very easy. Professional nomination degree and they all will go. Not go, they are going. They have 0% tolerance for this. So that is the reason that most of the people are going back.
Thank you, Dr. Abraham. My next question will go to Sister Umira because she is CEO for LD Muslim. So the question is related to the asylum seeking and protected person. So what are the key implications of the Stringent Border Act, AC2, for asylum seeker and protected person on temporary permits?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. So the question is about the new bill that has been, that is, they're trying to pass it. So right now, what we do is anyone who, until now, anyone who was coming to Canada and wanted to apply for a refugee status could submit it. In March 2023, the third Safe Country Act was made stronger, and anyone who came from United States could not apply until they waited for 14 days. So there was this loophole where if you arrived here and wanted to apply for refugee status, you could apply after 14 days. With Trump, what happened is they're trying, like most of the refugees were coming from United States. So last year, when we applied for claims, it was 206 people that we applied for refugee status. This year, it has gone down so much. We get maybe a few. So with the new bill, Bill C2, that 14-day loophole is going to be stopped. So anyone who has arrived here and has, if they arrive from United States, first of all, they cannot apply. Second thing is, if they came from somewhere else, like they came from, let's say they came from Eritrea, they came at the airport and they want to apply, yes, they can still apply. But if anyone has stayed here in Canada for 1 full year, they're not allowed to apply anymore. So I'll give you an example. When the conflict in Sudan happened, there were some Sudanese students already here. There were Sudanese students who were already here. But when the conflict started, then they wanted to apply for refugee status, and that was allowed. But now with this new bill, what will happen is if they have lived here for 1 year at any time in their life, they cannot apply anymore. So they call it the Stronger Border Act, but it is against everything that Canada stands for. Like it's violating human rights. There are a lot of things wrong with that bill. But refugee claimants, it's reducing how people can apply for refugee status. It's becoming very, very difficult now. So I hope that answers the question.
That does, thank you. So the next question is for Barrister Dixie. Please, what does RFCC define as part-time enrollment, and how do they verify student work hours?
Thank you for the question, Doctor. Basically, what I define as the part-time student is when your course is below 60%. For instance, for the sake of symposium discussion, for instance, you have like 5 courses and you register for 2 courses out of the 5 courses. For that reason, it is considered as a part-time course. And for that reason, it has been a challenge for many of our international students. Because some of them think that you can elongate your time of study by choosing 2 courses out of 5 courses. And as a result of that, many of them want to transit into permanent residence. They later realize that the time that they ought to have completed the program because of their permits, student permits, and for that reason, they are unable to finish within the timeline upon which they are supposed to complete their study because of the study permit. And notwithstanding, basically in nutshell, what the RC consider is as a part-time student is when you register for course below 60% of the courses that ordinarily you are supposed to register for in a semester. I think I'm able to answer the question.
And the second part is, how do RICC verify that you are not doing the total workload, like you are not doing full course?
Basically, when you are trying from a student to you have the graduate work permit or you want extension for your citizenship, basically there are documents that you need to submit. And part of the document that you need to submit is what you have been doing so far as a student. And once you are unable to submit the required documentation that support that you are doing as a full-time student. And for instance, if you are told to bring a document that you are supposed to submit will indicate the number of courses that you are doing. And as a result of that, if what you are doing is below what is required of you as a student, that means it's safe to conclude that you are a part-time student. And to the best of my knowledge, once you are giving a student permit, they are expecting you to become a full-time student. But because some people want to make additional money, they register 2 courses instead of 5 courses, so that they can use the remaining time to work. And as a result of that, it's also affecting their transition from studentship to permanent resident.
Thank you.
I want to answer your question.
No, right. And if you want to, Dr. Abra or Sister Mira, if you want to add 1 or 2 things to that, you are feel free.
The future reason, which is my understanding is that I will start that particularly. Because the 3 million people are, we already told you that they want to have a blind center. So what the people starting, they started by doing. Because they don't have any other option. Here are, for example, we will see what are the options students should go. First of all, LMI. Second is the future. Third is marriage. These 3 have the school fees. So first of all, they stop the orders. If somebody will go over there for collaborating, they stop that one. The immigration, the LMI quota, they reduce very quickly. They almost half the quota. And second, when the people start going towards the second option, mother future. So what they did, they already hundreds and thousands of students already applied the future. And they want to send back. The refugee processing time is nowadays 4 years. So if all these 3 million students will apply the application, so what will happen with that? What is the benefit of it? So they stop that one. And here I will predict, I'm predicting, the statistics predicting that in near future, they will stop the spousal application. In Canada, spousal application. Reason, because now they have only, all these 3 million people have the one option. That is, that they will, everybody is going thinking about, there's a lot of fraud medicine going on nowadays. So I am hopeful that in near future, because they cannot keep 3 million people, because if you will go to how much the quota for, that I'm talking about the numbers, that this year the 66,000 quota for spousal application. 66, yes. So what will happen then if the 3 million people will apply for the spousal application, what will happen? They cannot entertain for this. So that. Now, the student's question, sorry for that. Student question is that for full-time and part-time, every university have their own identity, their own rules and regulations. So every university have their threshold. As brother said, that 60% quota study you have to be in a whole semester. But for example, in ICM, if you are in a regular University of Manitoba, summer semester is optional, you will take or not. But in ICM, it is compulsory. You have to take the summer application course. Same time, if you are, there are some courses, there's annual course, they are not semester. So you don't have an option. Every university has their own threshold for the full-time definition. So when there is a contradiction between IRCC and the university definition. Because when you enter the University of Manitoba, they have their own traffic law. They know, if for example, you pass through in the university, the speed limit is 30. But when people enter the University of Manitoba, there is 15 kilometers, 15 kilometers. They can make their own rules and regulations. Universities have their own identity, their own rules and regulations. all regulatory bodies there. So at the last semester, there are some exception for that. For example, in Corona, there was an exception for that, in the, if you were a part-time for that season, that's acceptable. There is a, for if you are last semester, you are a part-time, you get acceptable, but nowadays, the Congress policy, I already told you, 0%. If somebody is in a one single semester part-time, the rejection chances is 99%. How you can cover that, how you can, for example, how you can, if you have such kind of problem, but there are exceptions. Exception are, for example, if you are medical ill, if you are something, if you have a depression and you have a doctor notes, these kind of stuff you have, then you can justify for that, they will look that. First, EGTB when you will apply, even if you are a part-time. The main thing that is your most important ability. If they will reject, your chances in future for getting again for, if you will come to me, I cannot do anything. So try your first application with the best of best and very good ability. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Abra. And I have a question for you. He said, for anyone interested in the C110 visa as a sole proprietor doing IT contracts, is the eligibility after running the business for 12 months, or once the applicant has a contract offer for 12 months, they can apply? That is C11.
See, government, to be honest, the beauty of part of I said, which question I don't answer, I don't know, I don't answer. I have a general idea for that, we have a very good number of team in our office. If you want to get a team, you can come to our office. There is main two things in this country. There is no limit for the when you started the business, what will happen, this and that. It is written that you are 51% of part of that. But it is not mentioned what is the amount of that. It is just written that you are 51% partner, but if you have a good number of financial transactions, if you are a good number of people, your firm is your employer, then you have a more chance. If you are sole proprietor business, I don't think so they will.
Thank you very much. Sister Omera, no, can you answer some immigration questions too? Okay. Let me look for, because we have a lot of questions like, let me look for the ones related to refugee. Yeah, you mentioned this, but I would like more clarity on it. They said, how might Bill C2 impact those currently in Canada who are planning to seek asylum or are waiting decision? How will that bill affect them?
So for now, those who have applied, they are still waiting. Like recently, we had one person who we had applied for 2 years ago. He got his decision now. He didn't even get a hearing and they rejected it. So there are more rejections that I'm seeing. I don't know what is the trend, but that is what I'm seeing here. And those who are being rejected, they don't get sent right away. So they get a PRA, which is called a removal risk assessment. So you do an application and then where they're being sent, if it is not safe, they can still stay here. But according to Bill C2, which is not law yet, it is still just a bill, which a lot of civil society organizations, human rights organizations are trying to stop that bill. Because it will make very difficult to apply for refugee status. And according to that bill, anyone who has been here since June 2020, it will apply to them, right? So I guess right now what we're seeing is laws are still according to what it was, but it will make it very difficult once it is passed. So there's no implications right now because it's not law yet.
Thank you. So there's no cost to, do you want to add one or two things? Yeah.
The express entry quota for 2025 is 100,000 people. The second biggest quota in Canadian immigration is refugee. That is in 2025, 55,000. That is a huge number. 55,000. Previously, in 23 and 25, it is my understanding is that refugee acceptance ratio was 95,000, 95%. Is if somebody applied refugee, if you will see around yourself, you will find the rejection ratio is the first step of rejected, then appeal, they will accept. In the end, they will get the PR. But now, reason is that the government, why the government did this bill? They are saying that a lot of people are, here's this bill and here's human rights, but people are misusing the things. If everybody 3 million students came here as students, in that bill, it is particularly mentioned who cannot apply the refugee student, work permit holder, visitor visa. They said you cannot apply for the. That the main reason, the main, you can say the two people, the future students and the work permit. As you know, that this year, in just 2025, 5 million permits are expiring. So what they have option? They don't have any option. The refugee was the last option. Now, the last option, the refugee is gonna stop, and the last option I already told you is the spousal sponsorship. So it is my prediction, as per the statistics, you will hear back soon that in Canada application they will stop. Because nowadays in Canada application, this time is 30 months. Or outside of Canada is 11 months. So they're discouraging the green badges, but still people are doing this. If you will go anywhere, because we heard from the people that what if you will heard that the people are all in this program. So what will the government do? Don't have option. What is the option?
Thank you for being honest with us regarding the question. So, this question is not really a question, but it's an advice base, and I will direct it to Dr. Abraham. So, what are the best options for someone who studies or work permit was denied and who want to remain in Canada legally? So, what are the best options? What is it?
If his PG to be applied, if his PG to be applied, it is my understanding is that first of all, we need to see the what terms. If there is any justification, we can apply, we apply on that. If they have a strong, if the first time somebody applied, his consultant or somebody didn't point out these reasons. If then we can apply for second. If no, when you will get a rejection from PGWP, you will get a 90 days restoration time. In that restoration time, you can go for the LMIA work permit. You can go for the spousal sponsorship. I think that LMIA is the best option for that of the world.
Okay, thank you. Do you have anything to add to that?
Basically, my understanding is that he has said it all. Probably who are still single, they can look forward to marry genuine in goods. And with that, they can be able to sponsor the happy people.
The question is, what are the best options for someone who study or work permit was denied and want to remain in Canada legally?
Basically, immediately your application is denied, you have for the 90 days to reapply. And as you said, if you have a strong case, and also reapply prepare an argument with strong submission letter, and with that, I think can be able to get. But in the absence of that, the other option that you can as well do, maybe probably. I think that is stop. That is not an information for this public. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So, Dr. Abraham, they said if someone is awaiting EOR after being nominated by the province, but that question should go to Dr. Leon from Barrister Davis. Okay, sir. If someone is awaiting EOR after being nominated by the province, but their temporary permit expired, and was denied for extension, what can they do? If someone is awaiting AOR, after being nominated by the province, that means they have the certificates and they've applied for federal. The application is not federal. But their temporary permit expired and was denied for extension. What can they do?
Basically, you said, have they gotten AOR?
Is awaiting AOR?
They're waiting AOR.
Yeah.
My understanding is if you apply and you have gotten AOR, the next thing you should do is to apply for open grid work permit. And once
But now they are waiting AOR, they've not gotten the AOR, but their work permit has expired and the extension was denied. So what can they do?
basically, if your AOR has not been, you can raise a web form. If you know why your extension was denied, in the absence of that, you can also reapply.
We apply for the work permit.
Yes, you can also reapply, and if you have a necessary document, I believe something that is not something that you cannot get back. Probably it might be as a result of jurisdiction of the officer that recently application.
And in the process of the applying, can they continue working or what can they
So
do?
you cannot, but once you are out of status, it is advisable for you not to work. Because once you work, you are also creating more issue for yourself. And as a result of that, I will advise everyone who are in such situation to stop working while they are waiting for their AOR and their extension, their work orders.
So Abraham, do you want to add to that?
First of all, when your status is, you think that your status is gonna be expired. So what I can recommend you, those students, they will apply when you go for your just about connection, but if we're expiring this year. Nowadays, what is going on, the work permit expiry, the work permit when you go the maintenance status, that nowadays with rejection, the result is, they will come, it will take 9 to 12 months. During that 9 to 12 months, because you are on a maintenance status, you are expiring, you already applied for that. So in that time, your AOR will come and you will apply the regime work permit. But if you are on a maintenance status, if you are not in maintenance status, for example, this is your, it depends that it is your first rejection, second rejection, which kind of rejection. If, for example, your second and third rejection, so what I would recommend for that, they will apply the visitor report. If they will go to the visitor record, then again you can maintain status. They will maintain status till the end of the year. And we will check the severity of the case. If the case is very severe and he did something, the consultant did bullshit with his application. So in third, we will recommend him that we go outside of it. We have some of the clients which went outside of the country when their application was on and they will get a PR in a back home. So one thing very important, when if you live here in Canada, you have to be on maintained status. If you will go out of status, which I'm talking already about, that it is a trend. Immigration is not a big number. Before that, there is a lot of examples that people are, they are applying one application, then first result don't come, they will apply second work permit, then third work permit, and given that, they will get the AOR and they get PR. Now there is a new instruction to issue to the visa officer. If somebody is having one maintained status and he will apply the second work permit, so what will happen if his first application rejected, second will be rejected automatically. So that due to that reason, there is 100 and 1,000 of applications. So you have to maintain status. Before that, people what they are doing, they will apply the work history record and they will get very easy. It was now the government have a 0% tolerance policy. Don't take risk with your application. Don't go with the 100%. First of all, before going, even if you want to come to me, check with Winnipeg is very small country. Don't need to check the surroundings. That if somebody is working and what his reputation. So, and he know about the occupation, because if he will go back and Nigeria, there is no such other options. So when we want to do something, if we get a rejection, even I never recommend, we are Muslim. We believe the money comes from the Allah. Whatever the money is written for me, I cannot increase it, I cannot decrease it. So what is the, but when you want to do something, try your best, don't take a risk with qualification. And go with the profession, don't submit your application now with this. So much rejection is there nowadays, unbelievable rejection. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Obra.
Last one, for example, this year, if once a month I will receive 10 rejection in whole month. 10 rejection in whole month. Sometime in one day, nowadays, I was receiving 20 or 30 rejections. So you can, it means more than 300 rejections in one day. So they just want to send back these 3 million. Zero tolerance.
Also, in addition to what Dr. Allah said, I think what is important is that people usually come late when the matter has already go out of hands. And I think we need to advise every one of us, if you know that you are close to the expiration of your status, please kindly consult an immigration expert or immigration lawyer as early as possible. Because recently I have like some students that came to my office and maybe, for instance, their status will expire tomorrow, they are now coming today. I'm now asking myself, what have you been doing all this while? Are you telling me that you don't know as a student who come all the way from Africa to another continent, that you don't know that your status will expire the next day? And sometimes some students put lawyers or immigration consultants into a close corner to the extent that you become pressure that whatever we think we can do within the limit of the law can no longer be possible because they have already stayed beyond the time limit that is expected of us to do what is necessary. Please, that is what I wanted to have. What I got our past. You have anything to do? I think we have that.
So last thing, sir. I'm always saying that don't go to the consultant, but they are something saying. They are very professional, very intelligent, excellent, but the mostly. I have some moments. So whenever you want to go somewhere, try to, check his reputation, check all his files, check all this stuff. So when I talk about the consultant, I'm saying that it's unprofessional, it's being useful.
Thank you. Dr. Bill. So this question is for Sister Wira because it's a question related to protected person. He said, is there a realistic chance of work permit renewal for protected person whose 2-year permit are set to expire? So what proactive steps should they be taking now?
So let me understand the question. So they have applied for refugee claim and their work permit is expiring.
Yes.
Okay. If your decision is pending, you renew your work permit. So at Healthy Muslim Families, we renew your work permit. So we do it without cost, like you just pay your fee, we will do it for you. So we do a lot of those because like Dr. Abrar was saying, refugee claim almost 4 years. It takes almost 4 years. So hearings take 2 years, maybe sometimes, and your work permit will expire. So you can do it yourself if you know how to. But if you want free service, because our services are for those who are modest income and refugee claimants usually are modest income, they are not making so much. So you can come make an appointment with us. We will do your refugee claim if you want. If you want to renew your work permit, we will renew your work permit. You have to pay the fee for it though. Like there's a fee for the application. But Alhamdulillah, until now, the community is very helpful. The community helps us with, sometimes they even pay us, weekend donations, and we will do that for them, inshallah.
Thank you. And what will the chances of them getting the work permits as a protected person, is it?
Usually everybody will get, I have not heard of anyone who did not, because when you apply for refugee status, when you're filling the refugee claim, there is a place where you can say you want a work permit, because you're going to be here for years. You're going to have to work, right? So it's an automatic, like if you just checkbox, then you will get that work permit. So initially you'll get the work permit for, I believe, 2 years. But then when it's expiring, you just renew it, inshallah.
Thank you. And let us be preparing our question in case we have questions from the floor. But because we are getting to the end yet, I have questions, but this one is related to like personal reflection. So I will start with Dr. Abra, then I will go that way. So what immigration advice or lesson do you wish more newcomers knew when they first arrived in Canada?
What status? For example, it depends upon, first of all, but if somebody is coming already PR, we don't think it's really very nice. So it depends on the person is coming on student, he's coming on
But Dr. Abra, regarding that too, we've seen, because I've seen some PR landed immigrants when they were professional from where they came from, like professional engineer from Nigeria, and they came down here and they do not know, or it took them years for them to settle and know how to go about it.
For that, I will recommend you, for example, as the Nigerian Muslim Association, we have get-togethers, to give it, connect with the community. The most important thing is to settle down here, to somebody will come, their profession, I will recommend connect with the community. For example, in Nigeria, I don't know the doctors are here, engineers are here, lawyers are here. So if you want to be lawyer or doctors, you can contact these people. For example, I will give my example. When I came here as a PR, I was in Toronto. So all my fellows, they are taxi drivers. They push me that you can get a license for car so that you can drive to be a taxi driver. Easy money, good, very good. Till now, I'm 12 years old, or more than 12 years old. I don't have a driving license. I am without driving license. I put in my mind that I want to be lawyer. That one is my target. So I will not get license till, I will not get a law license. The blessing of Allah, the lawyer now. Now my kids have a driving license, my wife, so I don't need for them.
Thank you, Dr. Barrister, let me see. What immigration advice or lesson do you wish more newcomers knew before they arrive in Canada?
Basically, to start with, as a Muslim, we're encouraged to move with our Muslims, brothers and sisters. And I believe that we all have different examples here as we speak. We have different practitioners. And also, in addition to that, there are government resources that can as well explore. We have Manitoba Starts. I think it's a way to even start as a matter of fact. I think that's where we start. From there, you can move to success skills. And honestly, such organization is very helpful, particularly for professionals who want to integrate back into the system. Because I could remember vividly, initially when we came, I was thinking because I have a bachelor degree in economics, I have HND in business administration before I went back to study law. Immediately I came, we have a struggle as to how to integrate back into the community, particularly as a lawyer. And for like 1 or 2 months, we couldn't get or secure a job. To cut long story short, I believe strongly that going to Manitoba Starts, they have different connection, particularly with professionals, and from time to time they always come to give lectures, and they always bring within the industry to come and encourage the new immigrants on how to integrate back into their profession. And also, when it comes to looking for jobs, they are also helpful. particularly success skills. And they have a kind of connection with different organizations who are always come to ask for volunteers. And sometimes, I can remember vividly, my wife got a job through success skills. Because if not for success skills, probably he wouldn't have even started early, immediately we arrived in Canada. I think that is what's on the top of my head, and if I remember anything, I will add to. Thank you.
Thank you. Sister Umera, what advice will you give to newcomers?
First thing is you need to get connected because we are starting from scratch when we come here. So what both of my brothers were saying, get connected. To find a job, everybody knows you can apply, but you need to still be networking and getting connected to people. So do that, inshallah. We have an employment program as well. You can come to us. We can give you a lot of guidance on that. Alhamdulillah. If you are a professional who needs to get their license here, like if you're a doctor, lawyer, or whatever, where you need a license to practice, there is a program called Recognition Counts. They give you a loan, 0% loan, to pay for your exams and whatever classes you need to get your license to practice here. Make use of that. There's a lot of help. A lot of people just don't know about it. So basically get connected. You can come to us. We have a resource list for Muslims in Winnipeg, where it says all the masajid, all the restaurants, all the businesses, medical clinics that are owned by Muslims. We can give you that. So connections is the most important thing. Then second thing I will say is your finances. When you come here, you are eligible for a lot of benefits. Sometimes people don't know they are eligible for benefits and they lose out on those benefits because they haven't applied in time. So apply for that. When you're a newcomer, the first year, mostly you don't have a lot of income. So you're in modest income category. Apply for, if you want to do taxes, you can come to us. We do free taxes and we will also tell you all the benefits that you're eligible for. All right, so those are the things that really helps to get settled and, get financially stable, inshallah.
In addition to what she said, I think I just mentioned something. If you are a professional, I'm not sure if it's still working. There are organizations in downtown where you can get some $15,000. For instance, if you are a lawyer or a medical doctor who want to go back to your profession as a new immigrant, I think there are government organizations who are giving people 50,000. You just have to tell them exactly what profession you want to go back, give them the breakdown of what you are going to pay for, and over time, they are going to be giving you the money. The money is free. It has nothing to do with interest rates, and nobody will ask you to pay back. I think that is what I want to do. I benefit from it, and my wife also benefits from it. So,
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you for that.
In my Facebook, if you will go there, job search and career planning manager. So that group, if you will find more than 50 mentor over there. They are chartered accountants, CP, lawyers, doctors, engineers, IT professions. There is one Javeria, who is a professor of University of St. Boniface. She is working for career development, how to make the CV. So there is 100% volunteer. Because first you should know about what you want to do. After that, we need further help and think of Sumera organization is one of the best organizations in our Muslim community who is having. But if you want to know about a little bit about your profession, how to do these kind of stuff, this is the one source I'll say if you want to do.
Thank you all. And to the listeners now, if you have questions, please, this is the time. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Abra, for that wonderful presentation. And I really want to commend your initiative for the internship. So my question goes to you, on the slide you shared earlier for the NPMP store, there's a part for 500 mark for strategic initiative. So how do you achieve that? Who are those that fall under that strategic initiative? Thank you.
Program name is Strategic Recruitment Initiative. You can Google it in Manitoba, there's detail available. For example, if you want to invite your brother from Nigeria. So what you can do, you can buy business from here. The guy sitting behind you, Salman Khalid, is there. He is a commercial, he deals with the commercial real estate. So what you can do, first of all, you need a business. So when you will buy a business, you need a few speakers for that. So you don't need it. When you will buy a business, buy the business with the corporation. For example, you will buy the history of that business. Is it 10 years old business? So now you have a 10 years old business. Try to that business, which is not never apply for LMID, very neat and clean history. When you have that business, after that, you will apply to the PN. That I need a 3 employees from outside of Manitoba, which is not available. They will approve your application. Minimum requirement you have to apply for 2 employees. When they will allow you 3 employees, after that you can make the profile on PN. When you will make the profile, you will get that 500 points. That is called strategic recruitment initiative. Nowadays, the trend is not very good, but previously last year, EOI, PNP and PR, within 3 months you will apply your PR. Within 1 year, client will be here. Nowadays, the time period increase, it is taking 2 to 3 years, but that is the one of the best, safest way that if we want to invite you, the person who is coming from that point, they don't need any education, they just need 2 things. 2 years experience out of 5 years, and we need CLB. I never saw any program in Canadian immigration which requires CLB board. And through this program, you just need this.
Thank you. If you have any question, please.
Sorry, I want to, just write the name of the organization, as I said, you can ask for support if you are a professional that you want to go back to your profession. The name is Economic Development, Investment, Trade, and Natural Resources. Their office is in downtown. You can apply, and they will give you your money. It is your money. This select.
I like that.
Economic Development, Investment, Trade, and Natural Resources. It's an initiative from the government of Manitoba.
We have another question.
I think you just sit down and ask my question. Thank you so much. We all I really appreciate everything to be on education in Canada. And so prior to me having my PR and my family, I had Canadian education. So I want to know, do I need to stay 3 years before I apply for my citizenship? Or it takes 2 years before I got my PR, my PhD to Winnipeg here to Manitoba. Then I'm on my 2nd year now. Do I need to stay up to 3 years with the Canadian education, or I can apply everything? And
When you are studying, your work permit, the maximum time period will count is 1 year. So if you are here for study, if you have a work permit, so they will count your half of your time. For example, you work here for 2 years, so we will count 1. So and after getting PR, you will further work 2 years and you will apply, eligible to apply for citizenship. If you work 4 years, the maximum time period will count 1.
I actually wasn't working, I was studying.
If studies also count 1 because.
Thank you very much.
Any other question, please? Question? So, in the absence of questions, now we call on the Amir for WTC, Winnipeg Talib Community, to come and give vote of thanks to our panelists. They've done wonderfully well.
Jazakumullah khairan, Abu Imran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are very, very happy and we appreciate our panelists today. And wallahi, I wish we could give you something that is worth what you have done, but wallahi, we cannot pay you. But the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that whenever someone does something for you and you appreciate it so much, the best you can do is to tell them Jazakumullah khairan. So please, everybody, let's tell them Jazakumullah khairan. One more time. One more time, please. We pray that Almighty Allah will bless you. May Allah continue to strengthen you your career. Allah, you have helped us today. And you know, there's a whole lot of lessons that we have learned. The Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, said something, and that is something I would want you to also take home as a badge of honor, because the Rasul said that the best of mankind, and provide benefit to other people. But so because you are providing benefit to your brothers and sisters today, may Allah count you among the best of mankind. Allahumma ameen. And one of the most important messages for everyone today is what everyone on this table has advised us. Let us tell this to our people, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'as sadiqin. Fear Allah and be with the righteous people. We have to connect. Sister Amira didn't even mean what she said, connection. And it starts from here, your brothers and your sisters, the brotherhood we share. Pray that Almighty Allah will continue to bless us. May Almighty Allah bless your homes. May Allah bless your career. May Allah count these among your deeds on the day of judgment. And may Allah not make it hoja against you. May Allah make this hoja for you. And we pray and appreciate that every one of us who have come, may Allah appreciate us. May Allah bless our time. And let us try and take this advice. I lost out on some things when we newly came because I didn't have information. So by the time I knew that we needed to apply for rent assist, it was late and I felt really bad. Oh, I think so. But what Barrister Debisi mentioned, if you also Google employment Manitoba, they also, I think it's the same organization with different names. So that was the organization you were looking at. Myself and my wife also benefited. That was one of the organizations I thought that was very beneficial. They will give you grants, you don't have to pay anything back. And there's a whole lot of information. So please go on Barrister Debisi's website, go on Dr. Abdul's website. He's a wonderful member of the community. We always see on Friday and he always reminds me, like, tell your brother to come. You invited us for barbecue. I don't know, I was on Hajj. I didn't know. So next barbecue, inshallah, we'll tell the brothers to come to eat a lot of chicken and meat. And please, let's go on the website of Healthy Muslim Family. Sister Omira is doing very excellently wonderful work there. I have known Sister Omira now for many years because my wife worked with her directly, and Allah has given her as a sort of blessing to the community. We pray that Almighty Allah will bless our community. May Allah continue to make us grow. And I think we read the point that we'll do closing prayer, right? ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. Hello, kids. Hello, kids. We're praying. Can you say Amen? Thank you. Allahumma ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qulubana ala dinik. Allahumma ya musarrif al-qulub, sarrif qulubana ala ta'atik. Allahumma arina al-haqqa al-haqqa warzuqna ittiba'a wa arina al-batila al-batila warzuqna ijtinaba. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك واشهد ان لا اله الا انت واستغفرك واتوب اليك وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى اله واصحابه وسلم. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله.
I'll block your face. Ah!